Grab a ream of your favorite printer paper and start munching, because we're trying to identify the super tasters amongst us, and you can't really take a paper tasting test until you're intimately familiar with the flavor. Not to mention, you could probably use the fiber. This episode, Grace informatively infodumps on you about supertasting, aka better than you tasting, a topic she can't and won't shut up about. She's summarizing the science behind what supertasting is, why it happens, who it affects, and how it may be impacting your relationship with cruciferous vegetables. Of course, that's not all, because we've got so many segs it'll make your head spin. We're also catching the pickleball bug and getting into horror novels and This Is Who I Am Now. Getting nervous at the deli counter and pondering the appropriate amount to talk about IBS at work and I'm So Quirky, shouting out our current TikTok weird algorithms in alternative segments, and reading an extra secret pizza secret from an anonymous listener that you won't want to miss.
They said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them, that's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn, and most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention, there's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather. Weirds of a feather. Ah! Caw-caw!
All right, we are recording. We're in.
This is it. How's your sound?
I don't know, staticky,
Jesus
but
Christ.
it's fine.
Is it?
I don't know. Christopher will fix it, maybe.
He will. Actually, the last episode sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
Despite all the static work.
I know. And no one has to even know what's going on behind the scenes.
Secret static.
No one knows. Felt very sing-songy today.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to get it out.
I like it.
Looking
Usually
for a
I'm
man in
sing-songy.
finance. Trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance. Trust fund. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Should we give it a room sounds?
Give it a room sound.
Room sounds! Are you ready? Are you ready to rumble?
I'm almost ready, but I need a warm up. I
Okay.
need to be warm.
I'll warm you up, baby.
I'm feeling like I really need to be warm.
Okay. Well, my first warm-up note is not really a question. It's more so that I can't believe during...
Wait a minute.
Oh, we didn't introduce the podcast.
Even introduce podcast.
You said warm-up.
That's
you got me
your
going.
job.
You
No,
confused me.
Sorry. It's not just your job. It's a mutual effort that we both fail at.
That I usually end up picking up the slack.
Yeah, but
You're here for backup. You got it.
Every once in a while I pull through.
You caught it this time.
Yeah. Welcome to Weirds of Feather, an AuDHD podcast.
AuDHD-Adjacent.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said an AuDHD podcast.
An AuDHD-Adjacent podcast.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm your host, Kristen Stanhope.
I'm your host, Grace Bray.
Yeah.
We got there.
Yeah.
We are holding our mics in our hands.
Yep.
And I feel like a wrestling ring announcer because we're trying to figure out this freaking static problem.
Static.
We're thinking maybe,
If you've ever been personally victimized by static, reach out to us at weirdsofeather@gmail.com.
tell us how to fix it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Are you a sound editor? Do you understand spectrums?
Yeah. How does electricity work?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Does it go through the air? We don't know.
Is it ghosts?
It
Could
be
it
ghosts.
be ghosts? I have a suspicion that Kristen has a metal plate in her head because the static seems to ramp up when Kristen enters the room.
I'm just that electromagnetic.
Oh. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have any ideas why this is happening to us, why we are being victimized by the
and
static.
Maybe you don't hear the static, and that's because we have an excellent sound editor who we pay
Not nearly enough.
not nearly enough. Yeah.
He's trying very hard. He's working very hard for us.
Yeah.
Too hard.
We are high maintenance, but it doesn't have to be that way.
No. We're trying to fix the problem. We can't figure out. We've changed cords. We've unplugged things. We've replugged things. We took off the arms to our microphones. We're holding them in our hands.
We got rid of the springs.
We tried recording in the dark. I thought maybe it's the sound of the light bulb that's buzzing. No, we don't know what it is. It goes away and then it comes back for no really known reason.
At all. We updated our technology.
It's not that. We tried plugging it directly into the computer as opposed to going through the interface. It's not that.
We got all new cords.
New cords. They didn't help. So we're kind of at a loss.
We're frustrated.
We're at the end of our rope, frankly.
Yeah. We're tired. End of our cord.
Oh.
Our brand new cords that we got.
Yep. And nothing has helped. So we're just recording anyways. And
we're doing it anyway.
Christopher's going to have to figure it out because we got to bring you guys an episode.
We'll fix it in post.
Yep. Yeah. The people demand it.
People demand podcast.
And if Christopher has to work super extra hard, then that's a burden he has to carry.
That we appreciate very much.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with right now. If there's like a undertone of anger in my voice, it's just pure frustration.
Yeah, it's 5 p.m. We've been working hard on this all day. Christopher mainly.
Yeah, we've been there for hard. Mostly moral support.
And to sing into our mics every time he wants to test them, annoyingly.
Mm-hmm. Testing Adobe.
And then we won't stop singing when he needs us to be quiet.
It's difficult.
Difficult.
Difficult. Why you so difficult? Difficult. All right.
Well,
we should get on with the show.
Let's get on with the show, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. My actual warm up, which I will phrase into a question after I tell you what it is.
Okay.
All right. I learned about this technology that I'd never heard of before, but I think it's genius, and it's such a neurodivergent technology. Yeah. I was like, I have to bring this to the podcast, and I guess I'm asking you if you would use it and if you think it's a great idea. Apparently, there's a technology that makes it look like you're making eye contact with the camera during virtual calls and like virtual interviews, even when you're looking away from the camera. And so I love this. There's lots of companies now are being, assholes and using AI to do like a pre-interview before like a human even bothers to like interview you. They're having AI interview you, and it's measuring all these things. And one of them is eye contact, which is like fucking ableism. That's
dumb and
but
ableist.
If you're getting points knocked off for not making eye contact with this little camera in your computer, which is just like so dystopian to think about, but like I feel like we should be fighting back with this technology where I was watching videos of it where this girl was like looking all around the room, but once you put the filter on, it literally just looks like you're making eye contact the whole time.
Really?
Isn't that genius?
That's awesome. I wish they made like glasses that could do that.
Yeah.
Too.
Maybe they will. That'd be cool.
You hear that? NVIDIA?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It's called, NVIDIA. NVIDIA?
Yeah.
I don't know. Check it out. So if you have to work virtually and you don't like eye contact, even when it's making eye contact with a camera, I think I'm so autistic, I don't even like to make eye contact with cameras.
My camera isn't working on my laptop, and I'm probably going to just keep it that way.
Yeah. You don't need it on now. You have an excuse.
And I won't look at it, so whatever.
Yeah. But do you think that's a cool technology? And do you think it's a good way to fight back against our corporate overlords?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
10s across the board for me.
All right.
I think we need to advance this into glasses.
All right. So you've heard it here first.
Yeah.
I'm
writing a strongly worded email to the company as we speak.
All right. Metaphorically. Yeah. Well, I guess it would be like, they have those kind of like jokey glasses that make it look like you're wearing a little mustache. And they have some that like make it look like your eyes are open and they're not. So we just need like the technologically advanced version of that.
Yeah. Like each little lens is actually a screen.
Yeah.
Which tracks and duplicates eye contact.
But it would have to look realistic enough to not make it look like there are screens on your glasses. Then it would just be like projection of eyes making eye contact with you. So it can't just look like, there are eyeballs on the glasses making eye contact. It has to give you the realistic depth of the eyes behind the glasses, looking out through the glasses, making eye contact with you.
Yes.
I don't know what that technology would be.
Technology.
Yeah. Pretty advanced.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is pretty advanced.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think this calls for businesses someone should start, just not us.
Or businesses some shit
should start.
businesses someone should add on to.
Yeah, I guess
business expansion ideas,
All
just
right.
not us.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. We might have to kind of think this idea through a little bit and bring it to the next Just Segs.
Just Segs.
Because I really want to sing
right.
I really want to sing our business song again. Business.
We can't.
That Jane made us. Okay, you're right.
Not now.
Not now.
Later.
In the future. Because it's time to get into our segs, yeah? You feel warm?
I'm feeling warm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I really am enjoying holding our microphones in our hands.
I kind of like this. I feel like I get what Christopher was saying is that I'm like a head bobber and,
you
and
are
a mover, but I feel like my hand is following my mouth.
Yeah, maybe even better than when it's stable because you're always like moving out of the mic.
Yeah. Maybe, Christopher, this is for the best.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just mic holders now.
Maybe we're meant to be. Maybe this is who we are now. We're mic holders.
This is who I'm changing this is who I am now. I'm a mic holder.
No, I still want to share mine.
Okay.
But I do feel like
I think this is a collective. This is who we are now.
Yes.
We're mic holders.
We're mic holders. Unless it sounds terrible. And then Christopher won't let us hold them anymore. Yeah. But I think it's fun. I feel like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I got a captive audience.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel confident, you know?
I feel like my hands have a purpose.
Yeah.
And I like that.
I feel like for once in my life, I have purpose and meaning, you know? And it's nice.
It's nice. It's nice to have purpose.
Yeah. Speaking of it's nice to have purpose, should we get into This Is Who I Am Now?
Yeah.
That transition meant nothing.
That didn't mean anything, but I get it. I'm following almost, kind of.
You're there. You're there with me.
We're both here.
We're there together.
Yep.
We're here. And
here we go. Ready?
This episode's going to be something else.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
This time it's different. Everything has changed.
This is who I am now.
This is who I am now. Meet me up here. Good stuff. Good stuff.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, this is harmonized.
Kristen.
Yes.
Who are you now?
Ooh.
You like that?
I do.
A little baritone?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it, but I enjoyed it.
Came out of me.
That was nice.
Like someone else took over me.
Oh, a ghost?
The ghost.
Maybe
the
ghost.
ghost.
Was doing the static.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of me.
Come on.
Leave my body.
Trying to record here.
Have the courage, as I sound like. All right. Really, who are you now?
I am a horror book reader / listener.
Ooh. What are you reading?
I just finished it.
Good job.
Yeah, I listened to it because
that's reading.
It's yeah.
That is reading and you are valid. And so is everyone else who listens to audiobooks.
Thank you.
Don't let your mom tell you otherwise.
Used up all my Spotify minutes for the month, so I have to wait.
Get a library card.
I have a library card, but I forgot what it is, and now I'm locked out of my online library.
Go to the library.
Now I have to go to the physical library.
I did it. You can do it too. Karen and I went to the library.
It was a lot easier just to get it online. Anyway.
What are you reading? Or what did you
I read Audition, which is a horror book. It's suspenseful and it's pretty graphic. And I think, honestly, I kind of liked the villain. Like I thought,
you always do.
I thought her argument was valid. And that's all I'll say because I don't want to ruin it.
What's it about?
It is about a man who holds a fake audition for a fake show to find a wife.
Oh, sounds intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
I might check that out. Okay.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of build up and then all at once, all the things are happening. That's what I said. That was hard because I'm like, all of a sudden, all the things are happening and then it's ending. And you're like, oh, what? All that build up for that? I'm not going to listen to it again, but I guess it was made into a movie.
Would you recommend it? How many stars? How many Kristen stars does it have out of 5?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
I give it a 3.
Yeah. Sounds like it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're trying and, when you find a really good one, let us know.
I gotta stop reading fairy smut, so
yeah,
I'm trying to move on from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna do another horror book, but I'm gonna figure out which one.
I love a scary book, but it's so hard for me to find one that's really gonna hook me.
Yeah. Christopher recommended the Dark Tower series by Stephen King.
It feels
He's
overwhelming.
But first, you should read all his other works. It's like
He's got, like,
4,000 because they all interact. They're all like, there's all these like weird suggestions in the Dark Tower series of all his other books, like The Shining and Salem's Lot and all these things. So you can't really read the Dark Tower series until you read all the other Stephen King books. And I'm like, listen, I know this is like your thing, your big thing, your special interest.
Yes.
But I don't think I can do that. I can barely read. And you're telling me I need to read like 20 books? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Don't overwhelm yourself.
Yeah.
You'll burn out.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it was a short one and it was good. It was all right. It was okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna read it again.
Okay.
But I think this might be my next genre that I listen to.
All right. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I want to hear any legit recommendations you have.
Yeah. Grace.
Yes.
Oh,
I am a pickleballer.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yep, that's right, baby.
Are you
a grandmother? Yes.
A recently retired white man?
Yes, I am actually just retired.
Really?
Thank you. Yes. Lily and Jeff, sister Lily and her husband Jeff, went down and visited my parents in Arizona a few months ago. My parents are really into pickleball.
They would be.
All
I don't mean that as
white
an
retired
insult.
people are.
I don't mean that as an insult at all, but they are. You can smell pickleball on them,
right?
You can smell the pickles.
Yeah, it just makes sense. You can smell that brine.
Yeah.
And so Lily and Jeff went down and they played a bunch down there and they got so into it. They joined a pickleball club the second they got home. It's crazy.
That is a lot.
Yeah. They're very intense. They go like every single day. They're both very good. And Lily had her birthday party a few weeks ago at their pickleball club down in York. It's sweet if you live
really cute
around there.
Really funny.
Yeah. It was really fun. Ian and I drove down with my parents because they're both avid pickleballers. And we played and there were, a bunch of other people there and they had rented out like the 3 courts and we did a round robin. So you're switching off with everyone and it was super fun. Ian and I used to play tennis together all the time, and Ian was a big racquetball player. So I knew we would like it. But now we've got the bug. We've caught the pickleball bug.
You've caught the pickle.
Which I knew was going to happen. But yeah, we've both caught the pickleball bug. We had a lot of fun. I was so sore the next day.
I heard it was easy on your knees.
I could barely walk.
Like pickleball is supposed to be good for your knees.
Yeah, I don't know.
As compared to like tennis.
Yeah, the court is smaller. The ball doesn't bounce nearly as much. So yeah, it's just like more accessible for people with mobility issues. And that's why it's like an older people sport. But younger people can play too. Yeah, I mean, there's more moving than shuffleboard.
I'd play shuffleboard.
Yeah,
I've
I'd
never
shuffle.
played. I don't know how that it works, but
I can see you shooting your shuffle,
my shuffle shot
to the moon. I can see you just like not having any.
We're gonna need a bigger board.
Yeah. I feel like you'll just blast it, like with skiing, where you just go like straight down.
All or nothing.
Yeah, but so pickleball does take some skill to control yourself, just like with tennis where I just love to whack it. But I feel like I've developed pretty well. My mom and I went down again to play with Lily and Jeff on her actual birthday, and then there's a court up the street from us that the neighborhood plays at that's like outside pickleball, and they have they all pitched in on a net and everything.
They go to an indoor pickleball place?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's very nice. It's just pickleball. So it has all these.
It's not even like tennis and pickleball.
No, it's literally just pickleball.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's very successful. It's always like packed.
Okay.
And they have like the special courts that are, softer. So it's like easier on your knees. So street balling is a little harder.
You got to watch your knees in street ball.
I fell last night, hurt my elbow. I jumped up for a shot.
Oh, no.
I didn't even care about where my body was. I just cared about making that shot. And I made it. But I fell.
You did?
Bonked my head and I hit my elbow and it hurt. And it really continues to hurt. But it was worth it. Yeah, but it's super fun. We had Karen and Brendan over last night.
Aww.
And, sometimes we'll be out there playing and other people in the neighborhood will come out and play and we'll just do like a round robin or whatever. But yeah, I've been loving it. It's a great workout. I always get sweaty like immediately. And I feel like I've gotten pretty good. Ian and I bought our own paddles the other night. So
you now have your own paddle.
We've got our own paddles.
Oh, wow. You've committed
fully. I knew we were going to catch the pickle disease and we have.
The pickle bug.
Yeah. picklebug.
That doesn't sound great, but
Lily's,
I'm really excited.
Lily's very
for you.
excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Sister Lily.
Yeah, it's super fun. So if you've been considering pickleball or you need a fun outdoor activity for the summer that's like not so intense that you're running a crazy amount, try pickleball. It's super fun. And you could just like play on a tennis court, I guess. I think they like sometimes they convert the
Isn't that how
tennis
pickleball
courts.
started? Didn't it start on a tennis court?
I think so. But now there's a problem with all these boomers like taking over people's tennis courts and like turning them into pickleball courts.
Oh,
You know?
the poor tennis players.
I know. They kind of had the luxury of like not that many people playing tennis before. And now pickleball's become this huge boom. Now they're being pushed out. So.
Well, maybe the Gen Zs will come around and be like, tennis is the superior sport and push all the boomers out.
Maybe. Who knows? But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's great.
I'm a pickler.
I'm excited for this journey for you.
Ian and I were watching pickleball TV the other day. PBTV.
Oh, gosh. Now I'm worried.
Major League Pickleball.
Major League Pickleball?
It's a thing since 2021.
What?
Major League Pickleball. It was actually very fascinating. We learned a lot. That's what I like about pickleball, too. It's really fun to watch.
This is
even when
like
you're just
Major League Cornhole.
No, it's more intense than cornhole. Less intense than tennis. More intense than ping pong. Right there in the middle. Between ping pong and tennis.
Can get really intense.
Yeah, okay. So
Have
imagine
you
like
seen
a
Forrest
big
Gump?
Imagine a big ping pong. That's pickleball.
Okay, so
that's pickleball, baby.
What how big are the rackets?
I don't know. We got to move on.
The paddles. You don't know? You just bought one.
Well, I don't know how to describe it to you.
Is it like the size of a deck of cards?
Bigger.
Is it the size of a ping pong paddle?
Bigger.
Is it the size of a racquetball racket?
I don't know. It's a bit smaller than a tennis racket. Probably like half. I don't know. I'm not good at describing sizes.
Okay.
Look up a picture. You'll see how big it is.
Sure.
All right. Time to move in. I'm so
Okay.
quirky. Are you ready? Oh, you got your kazoo.
I have to kazoo in one hand. So,
That's the only problem with holding your mic, yeah.
Professional podcaster here. I got one thing in each hand.
Double fisting, baby. Some people call me spacey, some people call me fun, but I'm just quirky. Nice. Yeah.
That was good. Good. What do you got for quirks, Grace?
Me?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hear them.
Quirk number 1. These are all, by the way, all my quirks are kind of loosely related to what my informative info dump is, which is going to be about super tasting.
Ooh,
I'm finally doing it.
Okay.
Everyone can suck it. Everyone who said that super tasting wasn't real. It is real, and I have the research to prove it. All right. So my quirk number 1, I like to eat black olives straight out of the can as a snack, but I hate all other olives.
Ooh, I got bad news for you.
What?
Black olives are green olives. They just died.
Well, they're not just died. They've been fermenting in their brine.
Oh.
That's why they taste different.
Oh.
So I don't care that they're the same thing. I'm not against green olives as a concept. I just don't like the taste of them.
I didn't like green olives until I went to Spain.
Oh, aren't you so cultured?
And had really good olives, and I like couldn't get enough of them. It's probably because they were drinking so much wine, and you just needed the salt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate a calamari. Nope, that's different. Kalamata olive, the purple ones. I hate all other olives, but I love a black olive. I'll literally just eat a whole can of black
purple
olives.
Ones? You mean like the brownie ones?
Yeah, like brown, purple.
Those ones taste weird for some reason. They taste like they went bad.
Yeah, exactly. They taste like trash.
Yeah, I like the green olives. Great.
No.
Black olives also okay.
No.
Brown olives. I think they were left out for too long.
Yes, black olives are the only good olives, but I guess olives are on the list of things that super tasters often do not like.
Oh,
because
really?
of like I don't know, what would you call it? Not bitterness. I don't know, the tanginess of them. I don't care for it. But
they're salty.
Yes, but they're also something else.
Tannic?
No.
Bitter. Umami.
That is a
sour,
taste.
sweet.
Maybe umami, because I think that is one of the like the bitterness.
They got too much
Too much but yeah, I just do not like them. But black olives, I will eat them all day, every day. My favorite pizza, as you know, Kristen, you get mad at me for it, is cheese pizza with black olives. And only I like it. Ian also likes it, and that's how I know that we're meant to be. All right.
It shouldn't even be an option.
It's
They
the
should
best
just say,
option.
no, pick again.
No.
Wrong. If you work at a pizza place and someone goes, I want a cheese pizza with just black olives.
They're so
Do you
good.
give them a redo or do you just not make the pizza? Let me know at weirdasfeather@gmail.com.
This goes against my senses.
Yeah, it should just be like criminal.
Olives are really good for you, and I feel like eating them in any form you can eat them in is good, you know? That's my stance.
Yeah,
right.
Even when they're covered like with cheese and bread.
Yeah. Nutritious. All right, quirk number 2.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Ian and I currently have 11 different jars of open peanut butter in our cabinet, all at different stages of empty, because we hate using that last little bit of peanut butter, and then it like gets all over your hands when you're trying to like reach in and scrape it out.
You need a better peanut butter scoop.
I don't know what to tell you.
Tell me that you're going to go invest in a better peanut butter scoop. 11 is 10 too many. That's way too many.
It's about 7 too many.
That's way too many peanut butter jars. 11?
Yeah.
Think of all the you have a whole cabinet dedicated to.
We literally do. It's a whole shelf in our cabinet. That's
think
mostly
of the
empty
space.
peanut butter jars.
I
don't need the space.
Things.
I have lots of cabinet space.
You do have lots of cabinets,
That's the problem.
but you could put something in there.
It's one of those ADHD
you
things.
Put more olives in there.
I see people. You're right. I could have more olives. That's a good point. I see people on TikTok talking about how ADHDers need to just like embrace the fact that you're not going to use this little last bit of something, like whether it's shampoo or toothpaste. Like, stop.
Why don't you give it
making
to the
yourself
dog?
suffer trying to like get it out and just throw it away.
Oh, this money,
you know?
though. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. But then they just sit in there because every time I go to open a peanut butter, I'm like, I don't want to get my hand all sticky. I'm just going to open a new one.
You got to get a better peanut butter scoop. You got to get those spatulas that are like dedicated to getting the last bits of peanut butter. You need a tool for a job.
That seems like an extra expense. I think
other than having 11, throwing away like probably a whole jar worth of little bitty bit of peanut butter.
All right, here's a solution. You buy that special little spatula. You come over. You consolidate all of our last peanut butter bits into one jar, and we say thank you.
Out of spite, I will.
Then I'll make you a PB&J.
Yeah,
doesn't that sound nice?
I'll take it as long as it's not an olive pizza. I'll take it.
Fine, I'll eat the olive pizza. You get the PB&J. Yeah, we got 11. So look at us.
11.
And quirk number 3.
Yeah.
I never go to the deli counter at the grocery store, even if I need something, because I don't know the rules.
You have to like order one. You have to take a tab.
Yep. But sometimes people aren't taking the tabs because it's like there aren't enough people in the like. I never know.
Are we tabbing?
Right now?
They need like a light, like tabbing or no tabbing.
Yeah.
Like vacancy, no vacancy.
Yes. Tell me about the tab status. And I just like don't know the rules. It's all like loud in there. I'm worried I'm like not going to be able to hear them clearly, and they're going to ask me something, and I'll be like, haha, yeah.
And then how
like
do you
asking me a
know
question.
how much to order? Like if I want turkey, I want like the regular amount that they usually have in the packs of turkey.
Yeah, what's a regular amount?
What is a regular
I like being
amount?
able to look at it when you get the prepackaged stuff. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can see that much is what I want.
Right.
But just like,
My
I don't know,
mom-
a pound?
Yeah, my mom, she used to work at the deli counter at Shaw's. So she always went to because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
If you get it from the deli than the prepackaged one. Why?
Is it?
I think so.
Are they charging you extra?
I don't know.
What?
But that's what she used to say. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I haven't been grocery shopping with her in a while.
Yeah.
But maybe I should. And then we would get a free cookie from the deli guy.
Oh, remember when they used to have little cookies there?
Yeah.
What happened to the free little cookies in the grocery stores?
Capitalism.
Cut
I got
every
a cookie for
extra
being a
cost.
good girl and not crying in the grocery store.
I forgot about that. They had the little plastic domes where they would have a little cookie and it said 12 and under.
Behind the deli counters.
Oh, in other grocery stores, they would have the little plastic domes around the store of like free little cookies. 12 and under.
We went to different grocery stores. Our cookies were under lock and key.
Oh.
You had to go to the deli and you had to ask the guy, can we get a free cookie? And give it to you.
Well, I'm not going to do all
but
that.
only if you were a good person and didn't cry in the grocery store. That's what my mom said. So we never cried in the grocery store because I wanted a fucking cookie.
She really tricked you, didn't she?
I was easily tricked. So it didn't take much.
I bet you were very easily tricked. You still are.
I'm a very gullible kid and I'm a very gullible adult.
You are. Yeah. Very.
Just the other day, something came up on my phone and I was like, Christopher, what is this? He goes, this is such an obvious scam. He's like, I'm concerned how you made it this far. He's like, just X out. This is not a thing. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like one of those
Thank
text
God
messages.
for Christopher.
You know, like the post office text message.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten that one?
No, not the post office.
It was like, this is the post office and we have a package of yours that couldn't be shipped. That's what it was.
Just give us your social security and your bank account.
And it was like it was like from some like weird like at hotmail.com or something.
Kristen,
and I'm like,
Kristen.
It's weird that the post office uses Hotmail.
Yeah, it is weird.
He's
almost
like,
unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Oh, sweetie.
No. The more I looked at it, I was like, I'm gonna load this one.
I see it
in
now.
the noodle. I see it now. It just had to be pointed out.
Yeah. And next time the cycle will just start
Yeah.
all over. All right, Kristen. Those are my quirks.
Yeah.
What are your quirks?
I got quirks.
Tell me.
I have quirks.
I know.
Okay. The first one is, besides being married to Elon Musk, I don't understand / really care who Grimes is, but I feel like I should know, and I'm too afraid to ask. Like, I feel like too much has happened, and I should know who she is, but I don't.
That's
what
how
is
I
she?
felt
What
for
is
a very
she?
long time. She's a musician.
She makes music.
Yes.
What music?
Weird music. She makes weird kind of
music.
electronic music. Yeah, she just played at Coachella, and her set kept messing up, and she was like having a meltdown. I think she's autistic. I think she was having an autistic meltdown.
Do we like her? No, because she married a billionaire.
She married a billionaire. She married Elon Musk out of all the fucking billionaires. He's like the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
But she also comes from money, and she likes to cosplay poverty. Like there are those pictures of her like reading Karl Marx like on the street. You ever see those pictures?
I think so. I didn't like know who she was though.
Yeah.
But also like no one reads on the street like that.
Yeah, it was very performative. I think she's just like one of those rich kids that likes to perform poverty, you know, because it's the one thing that they can't buy is like the authenticity of poverty, I guess. And they like to romanticize it.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah. But she is
do we
strange.
Yeah. Should I give shits or should I not give shits? Okay.
You shouldn't give a shit. I feel indifferent about her. She's fine. Some people really like
Every
her music.
once in a while, someone's talking about her on TikTok, and I'm like, I don't get it.
What is that? Yeah.
It's like the Kardashians. Like, well, we kind of know how the Kardashians became famous, but like,
I feel like with Grimes, it's like all of a sudden everyone started talking about her as if we should all know who she is. I'm like, who is this person?
I'm like, am I missing something? Like all of a sudden she's like famous or
what
something?
Is that
like
word?
Where did she come from?
No, I felt the same way as you.
I don't get it. I don't understand what it is, what she is.
I finally looked into her on TikTok like a year ago because I'm like, I'm done being angry whenever someone mentions this person. I'm just going to figure out who she is.
I just feel,
and I still don't really have a firm grasp.
Like, don't you know? And I'm like,
that always bothers me. Where I'm like, you guys are just saying this name as if we all know who this person is. What do you mean?
What has she accomplished that she's supposed to be in the? We're all a household name.
I don't know. She makes weird music and marries Elon Musk.
Okay, all right,
and that's about it. You don't really need to know much more.
Well, I'm glad I asked. And now I can continue to not care.
Yeah, you can release her from your mind. She doesn't matter.
Great. Number 2.
Yeah.
I realized that I talk about IBS and my lactose sensitivity way too much at work.
I believe it. You talk about it way too much in general.
Way too much in general. And then, I was having like a moment the other day and I was like, I feel like that's too much at the workplace. But is it? We don't know.
You work in a hospital.
I work in a hospital. That's why I'm like, I don't care. We talk about way grosser stuff. But I guess if I'm having a hard time, like, we're talking about like gangrene in one instance, but like, if it's my gangrene, now it's like ew and too much information. But if it's a patient's gangrene, like, we all like.
It's clinical, yeah.
Yeah, it's clinical. If it's a patient's IBS, it's clinical. If it's my IBS, it's like she's gross and talking about her poop again.
Now everyone's upset. Maybe just talk about your IBS as if you're talking about a patient, but really just describing yourself. So you can talk about it secretly. Trick your coworkers. Maybe.
That's a good idea.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Or get a journal.
I could get it. I know. I probably need somewhere to hold my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get them out.
Yeah. Although I've realized I'm a verbal processor and sometimes I'm just like, need to talk. Yeah. And like, unfortunately, Ian's in the room,
Yeah. I get a surgeon I work with who's a verbal processor. So I get a lot of phone calls that are like, can you believe this? And then we discuss the problem and then it's over.
Yeah. That's nice.
It is nice. And lastly, I keep accidentally buying nursing bras, thinking that they're regular bras and that they're just really comfy, soft bras with a nifty little clasp. This has happened more than once. It's now a problem. Like, one time you're like, oops, messed up. Anything more than once.
Yeah. I mean, is that a problem though? Why can't you just wear a nursing bra?
So. Well, because
easy removal.
No, because it's only like one boob at a time, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you like have to like it's. I
Like,
gotta
why is this so
buy. I
complicated?
thought I was like, oh, like a real one, you know, rather than my meme bras that you make fun of me for.
Yeah.
And then because I can't do the underwire.
Oh, same. No, that's gone out the window a long time ago.
We've been gone. No way. And I can't do any of that. Like, lace is just not a comfy thing for me. And I just have I'm very sensitive, and I've never found a bra that actually fits well. And maybe I should get measured, but whatever. But I'm having a hard time. So I've been really rocking some sports bras.
Same. That's all I wear.
And apparently nursing bras by accident. And like,
hey, if you're drawn to them, I just say let them rip.
They're really soft.
Yeah.
They're comfy. And yeah, and if you need to, you can pop a boob out.
Keeps your nipples from chafing, probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's that anti-chafe fabric that they have there, you know?
I say if it's working for you and you're drawn to them,
I want to know, has anybody else done this? Someone who's not nursing, like went and bought nursing bras just because they're soft and nice?
Yeah. Let
me
us know.
weirdsofeather@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so quirky.
Thank you.
That is a good quirk.
It's more than once.
All right. We are headed
into our dumps.
Into our dump.
We have to sing the song.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Get ready, guys.
You love this song. You told me privately. You were
Did
like,
I?
you know, I really love this song, and I'm not embarrassed by it at all.
I do not recall that moment.
I'm
pretty sure you made that up.
No. It's like one of those things, like, you know, when you smile more and then you're just generally happy. You like force yourself to smile and then you're happy.
Yeah. Psychological.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do to you.
All right. I love this song. You're right. You've tricked me.
Song.
And I love it. And I'm not embarrassed at all. I feel proud. I should do this at open mic night.
Forgot the words to this song. This is our info. These are our dumps. Put on your headphones. Sit on your rumps. Learn about facts we really don't need. It's a hyperfocus, as you can see.
Yeah. Not embarrassing at all.
It should be on the radio.
Cool and normal.
Just like us.
Just like a real podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. All right,
we got
Kristen.
a dump for you. You're dumping today.
I'm dumping, baby.
Great. I'm ready to be dumped.
I know you guys love my dumps, my big old dumps.
Your lovely lady dumps.
That should have been our song. Our lovely lady.
What a missed opportunity.
Damn it. We might have to rewrite this song.
Rewrite the song.
It's right there.
Oh.
Lovely lady dumps. I kind of hate it, but I kind of love it.
It feels right.
Yep. All right.
What's your dump about?
On this episode's informative info dumps, I am doing, like I said, super tasting.
Woo!
It's about time. I am right. This is a thing, and I'm going to tell you guys about it.
You're going to tell us about your excellent palate.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why it's not a brag when I'm saying it. It actually can be a bad thing, and it can lead to a lot of pickiness around food. And I feel like I should be able to say that I'm a super taster, and just because the word super is in there doesn't mean that it's a brag, because it's actually a bad thing unless you're going to be like a sommelier or a food critic.
Could we rename this to better than everybody else taster?
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah. Superior taster. Maybe.
Better than you taster.
Yeah. Better than you taster. I like that. So, in Better For You Tasting, I have an article from healthline.com titled, "Are You a Super Taster?" by Kimberly Holland.
It's actually a BuzzFeed article.
No,
you
it's
take
not.
A quiz.
No. But there is a test for the super tasting, and it's like that, like I was talking about in bio class that we did in high school, where it's like that little piece of paper, and you put it on your tongue, and if it tastes like paper, you're a regular taster, or maybe even
I don't eat paper on the regular.
Taster.
I guess I would have to eat paper first.
I eat stickers all the time, dude. I don't know. It just tastes like nothing. But if you are a super taster, it tastes like really gross and bitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Yeah, we should do it. I'll see if I can order some.
Super taster paper?
Yeah, super taster paper. There's a test that you can order. Some people also say that you can count the papillae on your tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I have a wine book that says to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You put a drop of food dye on your tongue?
Oh, you just look at your tongue and count the little papillae.
Oh, this one is that you put a food dye drop
An
on your
AFC?
tongue. Yeah.
Carmine red?
Yes.
It's made out of beetles?
Yes. No, they recommended doing blue.
No.
But,
the one that causes cancer?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Well, that's
All
why I
right.
wasn't going to recommend it, because I don't want to do that right after we talked about how those are bad.
Mhm.
But it
You
may
could.
not even...
We're all going to die from something.
You're right. Might as well be blue food dye on our tongues.
Mhm.
Counting those papillae. It may not be the number of papillae you have on your tongue. It may be just like the intensity at which they are taking in the flavor. So like there are a couple different hypotheses. So it may not be that we have more papillae on our tongue. It may just be that they're like stronger. But I'm going to get into it.
Okay.
So a super taster is a person who tastes certain flavors and foods more strongly than others. Duh.
Great.
Essentially, the human tongue is wrapped in taste buds, which
Okay.
are the fungiform papillae,
Interesting name.
and the small mushroom-shaped bumps.
Ah, I see now.
That's why.
I see it.
Fungiform.
Mm-hmm.
They're covered with taste receptors that bind to the molecules from your food and help tell your brain what you're eating, which is interesting.
Oh, I have a fun fact.
What you got?
You know, when you taste something, it's because the little food molecules come and they sit on the taste buds. And when you smell something, it's because little food molecules in the air that are aerosolized come and sit on the taste buds. Same with poop. If you smell poop, it's because poop is in your nose.
You said sit on the taste buds and then you pointed at your nose.
Yeah. So if you smell poop, you're probably also tasting it too, because it's like in the air and it's up in your nose, and that's how you can smell it. So it's probably already in your mouth too. Isn't that?
Why?
Sometimes
Why would you say that? Why'd you say that?
I have a hard time
deciding what's appropriate to say during conversations.
Yeah. I was going to say something else, but
What were you gonna say?
that too.
Yeah.
It's just something fun to think about when you're smelling a gross smell that you're probably tasting it too.
It's not fun. We have different ideas of what fun is.
It's just kind of...
All right. Well, way to put a fucking poop damper on my super taster episode.
Sorry. I have a hard time.
You know what? Next segment. I don't even
distinguishing the
feel
smell.
Like
I think I can smell smells.
Yeah.
But I can't decide what the smells are.
Remember at the very early on in this podcast, we talked about how neurodivergent people, it takes us longer to figure out what the smell is.
Mm-hmm.
But once we figure it out, then we are smelling it more intensely and strongly than other
This happened on the way down in
people.
the car. I smelled a smell and I couldn't figure out what the smell was, and then the smell went away.
Oh,
I'll never know what it was.
I hate that. That drives me crazy.
Mhm.
Where you can't. There's no way to tell. It's not. I want like a Shazam for smells.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
It drives me crazy because there's unlike other. Like if you hear a song, you can hum it, and then you can like hum it to someone. If you smell something, what are you going to describe it to them?
Mhm.
How do you describe a smell?
You know what
It's
I
an
think
essence,
is really funny?
What?
Is like perfume and cologne commercials.
Yeah, because you can't smell it, so they
You
have to like
can't
describe the smell to
right.
you.
But like no commercial in the world is going to make me buy your perfume. I'm going to have to smell it first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm never going to be like, oh, yeah,
oh,
sexy woman rolling around in the sand.
That's
I want
what
that
I want to smell like.
Yep.
Sign me up.
I get it.
I want it.
Yep.
Like there's no commercial in the world. I'm going to have to, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's no commercial in the world that is going to, and they're all like these weird, like abstract art pieces, you know?
Because they have to be.
Like
They have to, conceptualize this vibe.
what they need is like an old school Mainer saying, here's a new perfume.
It has
It's
notes of this and that.
It smells, like pears and flowers. I wear it. And then that should be the commercial. And I go, okay, I want to smell like pears and flowers. I'll go smell it first, see if I like it, and then buy it if I like it.
That's the thing. They're not even describing the notes. They're not describing
like
what it is.
describing the feeling that you may have.
It's all marketing bullshit.
It's so infuriating.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense.
All I picture is a bunch of people in a boardroom, mostly men, being like, what are adjuectives we could use to describe the feeling of this?
We need a girl in a bikini swimming in a crystal blue pool.
Yep.
And that will be our cologne.
And talking like this.
Yes.
Yes.
Cologne.
J'adore. All right, anyways, I gotta get back into this.
I just...
I'm moving on from your perfume.
It bothers
and
me.
facts. Yeah, I agree. We need smell-o-vision. All right. So some people have more of these taste buds and receptors, so their perception of flavor is stronger than the average person.
Ooh.
They are known as supertasters. But also, like I said, that is one hypothesis. Other scientists say that we don't have more taste buds and receptors, just the ones we do have taste things more strongly. So I don't know what's correct, but those are the theories.
You need to count everybody's papillae.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So supertasters are particularly sensitive to bitter flavors in foods such as broccoli, spinach, coffee, beer, and chocolate. So that's why it's like not a great thing, because if you are a supertaster, a lot of those bitter foods are like vegetables, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I hate coffee. I hate beer. I love chocolate, but I don't like super dark chocolate. I don't really care for broccoli.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Does anybody really like dark chocolate, or are we all just cosplaying that we do?
I like 80% or lower. I'll eat at 80%.
Like the people who are eating like super dark 90% cacao.
I think they're lying.
I don't think anybody actually
or they
likes
have really
that.
weak taste buds.
Like your nibs that were awful.
Weren't those terrible? The cacao nibs?
Yes.
I didn't buy those. Someone gave them to me.
Those
and
were
terrible.
the worst.
Yeah. It just feels like you're eating bark. But some people, I'm going to get there, are under tasters. So it could be that they're not really tasting it.
That might be me.
You know? I think you're either in the middle or you're an under taster. All right, so supertasters are born with this ability. Indeed, research suggests a person's genes may be responsible for their supertasting abilities.
Is Lily a supertaster?
No, I don't think so. I think my mom is. Although Lily is very sensitive, but I don't. Lily, are you a supertaster?
Sister Lily.
Get back to me. I guess I could just text you.
At weirdsofafeather@gmail.com.
Yeah. Email me at weirdsofafeather@gmail.com. Tell me, are you a supertaster? She's sensitive in lots of other ways and very particular, like me, but I don't know if it's the supertasting. But I think my mom maybe is, because she's whiny about things. So scientists believe that most supertasters have the gene TAS2R38.
That classic gene that
you know
we
that
all know.
gene. Yeah.
We know it. We love it.
It increases the bitterness perception. So this gene makes supertasters sensitive to bitter flavors in all foods and drinks. About 20% of the population qualifies as supertasters, and women are more likely to be supertasters than men.
Really?
Interesting. And then on the opposite end of the taste spectrum, non-tasters have fewer taste buds than the average person. Foods taste less flavorful and vibrant to those individuals, who make up around a quarter of the population. So if you're like an under-taster out there, you think that like you don't have a very strong sense of taste, let me know. Can you just like eat anything? Do you like spicy foods? Do you like sour foods? Like, I feel like the world opens up for you. You know, you can just eat a bunch of different things flavor wise. Maybe texture bothers you, but like flavor wise, that might be kind of nice. I think Ian might be an undertaster. He'll drink, like, he'll put fucking spoiled milk in his coffee. It's to the point where it's like problematic. Or I'm like, I'm going to throw this away for you. You need to be stopped. It's out of control.
I don't think I'm that bad. Yeah, spoiled milk. Well, milk in general, but
vile.
Spoiled milk.
And then I'll like smell it. I'm like, you cannot keep putting this in your coffee. I can't believe you're doing that. And then he'll be like, I can't believe you pointed out that milk is spoiled. Now I can taste it. I'm like, you shouldn't be drinking in the first place.
You should be
talking about
before.
Pay attention to what you're tasting. It's so infuriating for me, because I am the total opposite of that. I also have to have him. It's not helpful because I can't smell milk and see if it's gone bad or not, because I don't like the smell of milk. So all milk smells bad to me. But I got to put it like in my mac and cheese. So I have to have him
do oat milk.
I have to have in mac and cheese. No, you're wrong. No, but I have to have him smell it for me to see if it's good. But he doesn't have a good sense of what is good milk, so it's kind of a guessing game. It's not great.
You're just both swinging and missing.
Yeah, so I usually just don't. I do not risk it. I'm the opposite. If it's even close, I don't risk it.
Really?
I'd rather use water. Milk is disgusting to me.
I don't like milk either, but for different reasons.
So most people are medium or average tasters, and that's like half the population. So
all right,
25% super, 25% under taster, and then 50% smack dab in the middle.
All right, okay.
You know?
All right.
So taste buds can detect 5 primary flavors. It's sweet, salty, bitter, sour, and umami or savoriness. So umami.
You know what the best combination is?
What?
Sweet and savory. It's like the best combination of flavors.
I do like a sweet and savory.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the McDonald's breakfast McGriddle. It's like the bread is like pancakes with like injectable sugar syrup, and then it's like bacon and eggs. The best fucking sandwich I've ever had.
No.
You can't convince me otherwise. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
That's dramatic. Also, we're boycotting McDonald's. So
are we?
This is a anti-shout out to McDonald's. Don't go to McDonald's. Yes. So the way that this super tasting plays out, whether you have more densely crowded taste buds on your tongue or just that your taste buds are more sensitive to taste, either way, the way it plays out is that, like, to compensate for any overwhelming bitterness, super tasters often add salt, fat, or sugar to foods. And so those foods can mask that bitterness. It also says that some super tasters steer clear of sweet or fatty foods because these flavors may also be heightened as a result of their dense, extra sensitive taste buds.
Really?
So I guess it's like when I think about, what is it? Like the pork
rinds.
No.
Pork.
The very, very
chops.
Rich pork belly.
Pork belly.
Have you ever had pork belly? It's like very, very flavorful and very salty and very fatty.
Yeah.
And it's like
It's
overwhelming flavor for me. It's good, and I like one bite of it, but after that, it like makes me feel nauseous.
Really?
It's like, it's just too overwhelming, you know?
What about cheesecake?
I love a cheesecake.
I feel like that's very rich.
I can eat most sweet things, no problem. It's like when it's savory, I get really overwhelmed by the flavor.
Your umami is out of control.
Yeah.
Super sensitive to umami.
Yeah, I am. So salt does successfully mask bitter flavors, so super tasters may keep the salt shaker handy at mealtime. So that's why, like, it can be a bad thing, is that maybe you can't eat things that you really would benefit from eating, like broccoli or whatever. So you're like putting salt on everything to get yourself to eat it, but then you're like putting a bunch of salt on your foods.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're on the DASH diet.
What is that?
Medical people will know.
Oh, okay.
It's like a heart diet, low salt.
Yuck. This article was saying that some super tasters may add salt to their grapefruit, which I can't imagine that being.
First of all, people who eat grapefruit,
nuts.
Yeah. It's
Something's
wild.
Wrong there.
It's so bitter. I don't know why they sell them. I can
People
imagine.
like 'em.
I know
People like
sugar. People put a lot of sugar on their
I've
grapefruit.
heard sugar, salt.
Salt.
I don't know. I'll have to try it. Maybe I think it just cancels out the sourness.
Maybe, but I can't imagine just carving into a grapefruit saying like, yummy, yummy.
Yeah. So foods like grapefruit, beer, hard liquor may be really bad for super tasters, which is so me. I've always struggled with liquor. I have
because you used to do pineapple shots, right?
Yeah, I used to chase all my shots with pineapple juice, and now I just like don't drink alcohol at all because it's so bad. Even if I like to drink alcohol, it's just like not worth it for me. I'd rather have a soda.
Yeah. You know what I've been doing a lot of, because sometimes I want like especially in the summer, I want like a little treat in a beverage, but I'm also on call a lot. And during the week, I don't like to drink because I never drink enough water and I feel really dehydrated chronically. So I buy little mocktails.
Oh, that's a good idea.
They have them at the grocery store now, just like they have like the 0 alcohol beer, but like gross because I don't like the flavor of beer. But mocktails, they're just like, I bought one that was like a Paloma, and it was like really gingery and citrusy and floral. It was beautiful.
All right. Great. That's a nice way to have a little treat.
I
like a kombucha. That's really my little treat. Which actually, now that I'm saying that, I'm surprised I like kombucha because it's so vinegary.
Yeah.
But I've kind of gotten adjusted to the taste, and now I kind of like it. I like a sour thing.
I think some kombuchas can be sweeter than others.
Those like tangerine bubbly ones in the little brown jars. Those are really good.
There's one that's like blueberry flavored. That was really sweet.
Yeah. I like a kombucha. It feels like I'm having, a fun little drink because it gives you a little kick, but it's not alcohol. This also is saying that dry or oaked wines can be really bad for super tasters as well. Yeah.
I love a good dry wine. The drier, the better.
Yeah. Yuck.
And the oaky Chardonnays, I know that's they're so good.
Ew.
I know that's like the trend now is to have like stainless steel aged Chardonnays, but gross.
See, you're always trying to convince me to drink Chardonnays or drink certain wines, and now I have scientific evidence of why I do not like those, you know?
Yeah.
I'm backed up by science. I got too many
You
papillae.
don't really like wine to begin with.
No, it's too bitter. I don't like it.
Yeah, you need like
Give me a grape
good
juice.
Yeah, there are sweet
Even then,
wines.
I don't really like grape juice.
Yeah, the South makes lots of good sweet wines. That's just Maine. They're like really, like they're made with like cranberries and such.
Oh, I just don't really care for it.
Yeah.
All right, so one pro of being a super taster is that you're less likely to drink or smoke, which makes sense.
There you go.
And, you know, the bitterness of the alcohol is just often too much. And then I guess the flavor of smoke or in tobacco can be really harsh for people, which, you know, I definitely get. So that's nice that I guess you drink and smoke less.
I don't like the flavor of artificial smoke. Does that make sense? Like BBQ chips, barbecue chips.
Oh, I don't like that either.
And sometimes you even get like stuff at the store that's like smoky flavor. And
Yeah,
you're like,
I
it's like
hate
that chemical smoke.
Yeah.
And you're like, this tastes like chemicals. It doesn't taste like smoke.
Just tastes like I'm sucking on charcoal.
Yeah. It's just
gross.
It's too much.
Yeah. So some super tasters may also avoid sugary or fatty foods, but I do not relate to that. Kiddo. I don't let that get me down.
Don't let that stop you.
But yeah, so for some super tasters, though, those flavors, and, you know, this is a spectrum, just like anything else where, you know, not all super tasters are going to have the exact same reaction to things. Like it could just be too overwhelming and unenjoyable to certain super tasters.
Yeah.
But I power through. And then the cons of being a super taster is that you may not eat as many healthy vegetables, like cruciferous vegetables, like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. They're very healthy for you, but they are also like very bitter, like leafy greens, which I so relate to. I hate Brussels sprouts. Everyone tries to tell me, oh, you haven't had my Brussels sprouts. Trust me, I will not like them. Stop trying to convince me.
I like Brussels sprouts, but Brussels sprouts don't like me.
Ugh,
Same with cauliflower. I would love to be like one of those people that like, oh, like, you know, curry cauliflower, and we substitute cauliflower for this and cauliflower that. And I would love to be that person. Not going to happen.
No? Belly issues?
That will ruin me. Cauliflower and popcorn are like my nemesis.
So good for you, though. Not the popcorn, the cauliflower.
Yeah, well, tell that to my gut.
I like a buffalo cauliflower. Like if you cover it in something else, I'll eat it, but it's...
Yeah, Whole Foods had that curry cauliflower. I don't know if they still have it.
I do not like curry at all.
Oh, it's so good.
I hate it.
And I loved it until the next day.
Oh. All right.
Anyway.
Speaking of talking about your IBS too much.
Yep.
Moving on. So another con is that you could be at a higher risk for colon cancer because you're not eating as many cruciferous vegetables.
You got to get that fiber.
Yep. So get fiber in other places, I guess. Drink some, what are those? What's that fiber drink? Metamucil.
Yeah. Metamucil is actually the most studied.
Yeah. All right.
But there's also Benefiber. There's Citrusel. Benefiber is tasteless, so you can even have it in water. That's the big benefit with that.
You're supposed to have it like first thing in the morning, I've heard.
Most people do.
I've been taking a husk. What are those called? The
psyllium husk.
Yes. I've been taking a psyllium husk in the morning.
Same thing.
Is it? Okay, but then I don't have to drink it into something. So I just brush my teeth in the morning and then I take my husk.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah, I used to work with a colorectal surgeon who had like a fiber speech because, you know, he kind of worked in the business of fiber.
My mom is all about fiber also.
He's like, the American people cannot get enough fiber. He's like,
it's true. We're low on fiber.
Know, we're all chronically low on fiber.
Yeah, we're always talking about protein, but we got to get fiber as well.
Got to get that fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, that can be a con if you're not eating enough, you know, of those vegetables. So find fiber in other ways if you're a super taster especially, or if you just don't like those vegetables. We may also have an increased risk for heart disease. So like salt masks the bitter flavors. And so we which I do use a good amount of salt. So we probably just use more salt than other people to cover up that bitterness. And then obviously that can lead to high blood pressure and heart disease. So these are not all like direct. If you're a super taster, you directly have, you know, heart disease. It's more like the result of being a super taster is that you may do these food habits that then could lead to these problems.
Right.
It's not like having like Ehlers-Danlos where now you have like joint problems. It's
right.
like if you eat in certain ways to compensate for being a super taster, it can lead to problems. And then also we may be picky eaters, which yes, I am a picky eater. And, it just like
Were you
limits.
picky as a child?
Yes, very. That, and I wouldn't wear hard pants. So it was just difficult all around. But yeah, plus I don't think everyone who's a super taster is autistic, but I do feel like there's probably a pretty high correlation, especially if it's genetic, like with autism. And then that sucks that like with autism, you already have these possible sensitivities to like texture and stuff like that. And you want to like maybe eat the same thing over and over. So I think it just makes me even more particular, where when I find something that I can eat and really like, I just want to eat that and then I make myself sick off it.
Yeah. And then you get bored of it and then you'll never eat it again.
Yeah. But this was saying, this is interesting. Everyone starts life with around 10,000 taste buds.
Ooh.
And like any other cell in your body, these get replaced and replenished. But once you hit age 50, your taste bud count may drop since your body replaces them less often. So even if you're a super taster, you'll likely become less sensitive to taste as you get older.
Interesting.
So maybe, if you haven't tried Brussels sprouts in 10 years, I don't know, give them another try. Maybe you'll like them now.
Is that why, when kids are young, they usually hate a lot of vegetables, but then they end up learning to like them?
Yeah, they say that your taste buds change every 7 years. I don't know if that's true or if that's just something that
What if
they
you
say.
accidentally burn off half your taste buds because you couldn't wait for your coffee to cool down, so now you just can't taste for the next 3 days? Will that have long-term consequences?
I don't know. Maybe. If you know and you're listening, write us in at Weirds of a Feather.
If you couldn't wait for your coffee to cool down and burned off half your taste buds and now you can't taste anything and want to talk about it, reach out to us at weirdsofeather@gmail.com.
Yeah, very common experience. Yeah, I have a feeling that a lot of kids, maybe, or people, not just kids, with ARFID, that avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, which is comorbid with autism, where like you will only eat one type of food often to the point where it like can lead to a lot of health problems. And maybe you're either like underweight or overweight, or you're having all these, nutrient deficiencies. But I wonder if people with ARFID are more likely to be super tasters, or are definitely super tasters. I don't know. If you know anyone with ARFID or you have ARFID, write me in. I want to do an episode.
Reach out to us at weirdsofeather@gmail.com.
Yeah, I want to do an episode on that in the future. But I'm sure there's a correlation, So I want to end this with a little advice of how to help your super taster kids eat more vegetables. Because I hate, as a super taster myself, I hate the idea. And I feel like this parenting style isn't as common nowadays, but I'm sure plenty of people, you want your kid to eat vegetables and be healthy. And sometimes it can kind of become like, well, you have to eat it. And I always hated that as a child. And if this kid is having a different sensory experience than you, then it's not really fair to be like, well, just eat them. What's the problem? Like if they're literally like have more taste buds than you, or they're more sensitive, then this thing that tastes fine to you is going to like be absolutely disgusting. And there are ways to help your kid get more nutrients in, whether it's, you're not getting as much fiber, so you drink Metamucil or whatever. And then it's also, some of it is just like fed is best. They eat what they eat. And yeah. So if you or your child is a super taster and they avoid a lot of foods, you can talk to a registered dietitian. These nutrition experts can do a taste survey to gauge which vegetables may be more palatable for your kid.
Interesting.
And then they can also help you introduce new things that you may not have considered,
Yeah.
So maybe they just haven't been exposed to certain things. Maybe their taste buds can handle, certain vegetables better than others. Focus on vegetables that don't cause a fight. So green plants aren't the only source of vitamins and minerals. Squash, sweet potatoes, and corn are also chock full of good for you nutrients and maybe more palatable. Which I love squash. I love sweet potatoes.
Same.
You guys know about my sad girl sweet potatoes. And I love corn. So, and you can even with the squash, like I love butternut.
Corn.
Don't get me started. I love butternut squash, and you can put like butter or brown sugar on there and make it, even sweeter. So if they really are sensitive to that bitterness, find ways to make it as palatable as possible. You can also add a little seasoning. So salt and sugar, like we said, can mask the bitterness of some veggies. And so if a little sprinkle of sugar will help your kid eat Brussels sprouts, embrace it, I guess. If that's what will get them to eat these cruciferous vegetables, put a little sugar on there.
Yeah, why not?
Even if it seems weird to you, I don't know, if they'll eat them, then they'll eat them.
Yeah.
And then my own advice for that is hide vegetables in things. Like I like to put spinach in my fruit smoothies and then I can't taste it. You know,
yeah.
you can put pureed vegetables into like tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce, yes.
Right? That's such a good way to
Or
sneak
you
that
put
in.
zucchini and bread.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if the nutrients stay the same, but it's in there.
It's still in there, you
There
know?
you go.
So sneak veggies in. I like my favorite lunch that I've been eating. I eat it every other day, really, is Annie's white cheddar mac and cheese with a bunch of frozen peas in there. Well, they're not frozen when I eat them, but it's very easy to make. And I put like a ton of peas in there and then it like doubles the amount of mac and cheese I have. And I'm getting my veggies, but it tastes like creamy and good. And then I'm eating vegetables and I don't even realize it.
I've been on very much a zucchini summer squash kick.
Ooh,
which I hope
do not like those.
Stays that way because we're about to grow some in our garden. And so I'm really hoping that it stays that way. But
I hate zucchini and summer squash.
Christopher cuts them up into little like fourths, into slices and then fourths, and then he grills them with onions and some sort of, I don't know what he uses for seasoning, but it's delicious. And I wish he doesn't make it all the time because he's not my slave yet. But if I could make him make that all the time, I would love to make that. I'd eat that all the time, but I don't want him to because I want to keep enjoying it. But it's like, I feel like it's like never, I just like can't get enough of it for some reason. And I think it's because it's on the grill. So it's like crispy and yummy and yum.
Yuck. I used to eat when I would eat at Haley's house as a child all the time. Her mom would always make zucchini and summer squash. That was like their staple vegetable.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, they would make it into little triangles. And I hated it. And Lynn would always, Haley's mom would always try to probably because my mom was a nutritionist. She's like, I can't have Grace come over and not eat her vegetables. Susan will be upset.
Yeah.
She would always try to make me eat my vegetables. And I would like throw a fit about it. I'm like, out of all the vegetables, I hate these ones the most.
Right. They always had that.
Always.
That was like a staple. I don't know. I like it on the grill.
Yeah. All right.
With salt.
Yeah.
And
you gotta
pepper.
have salt.
And you gotta have a lot of seasoning. I put a lot of seasoning on my vegetables. I put a lot of seasoning on my vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that'll
Even
make you
my
eat it.
salads, I'm putting some pepper in there.
Well, one piece of advice was to put salt. I guess some people put salt in their salads.
Yeah.
To help with the leafy greens, the bitterness.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Up your salt intake.
Yeah.
Your doctors won't be happy, but whatever. At least you will be.
Yeah.
All right. And that's it. That's my info dump.
Woo! That was a great info dump. Thanks for dumping.
Yeah. Glad you enjoyed it. I feel validated. Everyone stop trying to bully me into eating bitter things because I have scientific evidence of why I shouldn't have to. And I shouldn't have to.
But it's weird because you like some bitter things. Like, isn't yerba mate?
Yeah,
bitter?
But I only like the bastardized sweet can version that has like sugar.
Like the Arizona tea version.
Yeah, so I don't think I would like the regular kind.
And then you like kombucha, as we talked about.
Yeah.
You like olives.
I know.
Interesting.
Well, only black olives, though.
You're an outlier in the super taster field.
I guess
Have you counted your papillae?
No. Maybe we can count papillae later.
That sounds really, really romantic.
You want to count our papillae?
I'll count your papillae if you count my papillae.
All right. Let's count our papillae together.
How far back do you go on your tongue? Like, what do you do? Like,
I don't think it really matters. Yeah, they gave you a size. It's like a small little circle. I can't remember.
A small circle's worth? A dime?
Yeah. Maybe even smaller. I can't remember.
A nickel's worth of papillae?
Nickels are bigger. Dimes are the smallest.
A dime's worth of papillae?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Look it up if you're interested. And look up those super tasting strips if you really want to know. I feel like if you're a super taster and you hear me talking about this, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's me. Like I can't imagine needing a test. I feel like I very much know that I am.
Because I want to know what paper tastes like.
You can just eat paper. You want to just eat a piece of paper? I got paper. We'll eat some paper after this.
Yeah.
All right, but for now.
Excuse us, Wilby. Go eat paper.
Yeah, let's take a little break. Give me the music. All right, and we're back from eating paper.
Yeah, yum, yum.
We're stuffed to the brim.
Yeah.
We just took a 2-hour break to eat a bunch of paper.
Yeah.
A whole ream. Swallowed it down. Fiber.
Yeah,
right?
We got all of our fiber today.
Yeah, a bunch.
And for the rest of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we are already way too long, so we got to fly through these last two segments.
Here we go.
But without further ado, it's time for Alternative Segments!
Woo!
Alternative
Segments.
All right. On this week's alternative segments, we're doing
Weird Algorithms,
where we tell you the weird stuff that's on our TikTok algorithms because we're always up to something on there.
Yep.
All right. Let's just do like a rapid fire back and forth. You say one, and then I say one.
Okay.
And we kind of fly through them.
Okay.
All right. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at color analysis TikTok. I can't get over it. I don't know what season I am.
I always end up on that, and I can never
I can't
identify
figure it
what
out.
looks best on someone. Everyone in the comments is like, "Oh, they're obviously a spring." I'm like,
And you're like,
"How do you know that?"
Or they're like, "Oh, now that I have this filter, it's so obvious I'm a fall." I'm like,
Based on what?
Yeah, what are we looking at?
I can't figure it out. I just need someone. I need an expert. I need someone to tell me.
Someone tell me. What am I looking at? And they're like, don't I look better? My cheeks are full and my eyes are vibrant. I'm like,
you look normal.
You look like someone who's wearing a different color. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I guess maybe I'm not paying enough attention to the details of that.
I
don't know. I can't figure it out. I need someone to just tell me. Tell
All
me if you guys know our color palettes. Let us know, please. Someone, a color person out there, tell us.
Yes.
All
What
right.
are you watching?
I am watching a lot of slime scoopability rating videos.
So I had a lot of thoughts about this before you showed me.
Yeah.
I fully support this now.
Right? They're so satisfying. I don't normally like ASMR. I have just recently gotten into these videos and now they're popping up left and right and I always watch them. They send a shiver down my body.
It's like watching those videos of that thing that crushes things and that lady rates them.
Yeah,
But it's slime.
Yeah, I like the crusher. And I like watching her watching the crusher.
Yeah.
Some of them are very satisfying.
I want to watch her watch the slime.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I want
She needs
her
to branch out.
Yeah, is it Amy?
I think it's Amy.
I want her rating the slimes because, all these different people they have their own slime companies and they'll take an ice cream scooper.
Why don't we have a slime company?
We could. There's so many.
Oh my gosh, we could do ASMR.
I think we're way too far behind in the game.
Yeah.
I think slime's been around for a long time and the people who have
we
made
gotta do
it
different sounds.
done a lot.
You know what I want to do? I want to do gross animal sounds. It's gonna be Snickers eating.
No.
The crunching, the when she does the
I think
kibble.
some people do that. Yeah.
And then the way she slurps her wet food is vile.
Oh,
Ugh.
who would want that? I don't
Some
want
people
it.
Someone's gonna want that.
But I like the slimes. I like the crunchy ones when they're kind of crackling and they'll rate out of 10 how scoopable it is.
I like the smooth and creamy.
Yeah, I like them all. I like them all. All right, what are you watching?
I'm watching, the account name is @uselessfarm. And it's this lady and she has fabulous eyelashes and cute bangs. And she also has a farm. And she's named all of her animals fun names that I feel like if I had a farm, I'd name them too. She has
Patrice.
She has Michael the alpaca, and she has Karen the emu who's really mean.
Nice.
And Stanley her emu lover.
Oh.
And I think she has a Janice or something. She's great.
I love human names on animals.
Michael the alpaca, and I think she might also. She has 2 alpacas. They're both male, and they're both. She's the one who was like, Michael, not a thought behind them. Yeah, and he really doesn't. He's just here for the vibes,
just chilling.
Yeah. What are you watching?
I am watching that guy who roasts mailboxes.
Yes, yes. There's no better TikTok than his TikTok.
It's so good. It's @DrooFeed DROOFEED. He literally just rides around neighborhoods and makes fun of mailboxes. I don't know how to describe it because it's pretty much that. Go check him out. He's funny.
If you think you won't like it, think again.
Yeah, he'll say a little insult about it and then be like, "You piece of shit."
It makes sense.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Krista, what are you watching?
Permaculture TikTok, which is farming but better.
Oh, all right.
One day I'll probably do an info dump about it, but I'm just starting gardening, and then I got onto permaculture TikTok, and I'm rethinking everything that I thought.
All right.
Anyway, if you're a permaculture person, let me know. Where's the feather? You got it.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
I am watching a dog picking oranges in an orange grove.
That sounds lovely.
Yes, it's so beautiful. It's so wonderful. He carries around his little basket and he puts it down and he'll gently take an orange off and they put the camera on him So
What kind of dog is it?
It's a golden retriever.
Oh.
And he's also on, I don't remember where he lives, somewhere majestic. And they use him as the little logo on their orange company. So his picture's on all the cases of oranges. And there's one video I can't stop watching where he's in a little rain jacket, just out in the rain. It's the most peaceful thing I've ever seen. He's just very happily like carrying his basket.
This is why I love TikTok.
It's so beautiful. I've watched it so many times.
All the college kids protesting, but then also you get a cute little dog like this.
A little palate cleanser, yeah.
You know, it's nice to have both.
Yeah, I like to have both, you know, the duality of woman.
Yeah.
Anti-genocide and a dog in an orange grove. Yeah. Kristen, what are you watching?
I'm watching the crew versus ankle sock debate. I guess ankle socks are very millennial.
Yet another fucking thing that everyone's making fun of millennials for.
And now they're out. We can't wear, as I'm proudly wearing ankle socks right now.
I hate ankle socks. I don't want my ankles to be cold.
So I agree with the non-ankle socks.
Yes.
But I also think I don't know how to style clothes anymore.
I would never make fun of someone for wearing them. I don't care what they look like. I'd just be like, oh, I bet your ankles are annoyingly cold.
Yeah.
You know? But who cares what your socks look like?
But apparently we're not allowed to wear ankle socks anymore.
I'm going to wear whatever the fuck I want. It's not going to be ankle socks because I don't want to.
I wash my non-ankle socks because all I have left are ankle socks and compression socks for work because I am old.
I am old. I get these socks. The brand is Hue, Hue, and they go up the perfect amount. They're black crew socks. And they go up
the socks you're wearing now?
No.
Oh.
They go up the perfect height, and I love them. And I just ordered like a bunch more because I really.
Will you send me the link?
Yep.
I need more socks.
They're the perfect sock. Trust me.
All right. What are you watching?
I forgot to put this on my list, but I am forever watching. I should have looked up his TikTok handle, but the guy who loves the trains, and he puts the front-facing camera on him so you can see the look of joy on his face as he sees the train go by. Have you seen him?
No.
And it has like the fisheye lens facing him, so he looks like very silly, and he's just like has this pure, unadulterated,
we gotta get him on the show.
Joy of watching these trains. He knows he's definitely autistic.
Yeah,
he knows all the models. He will go outside to like watch a certain train go by, and he'll be like, "Look at it," and he'll like get teary-eyed, and it's like
the double rainbow guy.
Yes, it's the most pure, precious thing. I love him with all my heart and soul. Please protect him. He's like Michael the librarian, but in like train watching form. I just adore him. I'll show you after. I'll put him in the show notes because if you guys need a smile and like a reminder that humanity is good, watch this guy because he's just like so adorable. I love him. All right, what are you watching?
I'm watching TikTok, which is not just, it's a specific type of chicken talk where it's these girls, it's a stitch. And so
they dance like the chickens?
They dance like the chickens.
I love those.
And it's a fun music and they're all like
they imitate the chickens.
They imitate the chickens.
Yes.
Someone, a listener sent me when I first talked about my chickens, and I'm sorry I didn't look up your name, but she sent me one and I was like, I'm hooked. This is my life now.
They're so good.
She said that we should try and imitate this, and I was like, I don't know if I can imitate this art.
I don't think I'm that talented.
I don't think I'm talented enough, but I love it. We also were making sure that they all survived into adulthood before I posted anything more about them. But
smart.
Yeah. They're all doing well.
All right.
Yeah. Grace, what are you watching?
I got one more. Then I actually want to talk about just like a shout out to I'll do that now.
Yeah, shout it out. Shout out.
Shouting out.
Shouting out.
So
shouting out fans.
Well, it's not a fan. I'm a fan of her, but Erin Hadimer on TikTok. She has been promoting Project Olive Branch, which, was started by people a while ago. They raise money for families trying to evacuate Palestine, but they weren't getting a ton of traction. And then, of course, unfortunately, but it's great that she's using her platform and using her privilege to get it spoken about. This white woman comes along and talks about it, and all of a sudden everyone's like hearing about Project Olive Branch. But Erin has done a really great job of uplifting this amazing project that was already started by, people of color. And then Erin has kind of gotten it out into the ether more, but she is really encouraging other big creators on TikTok to sponsor families where you kind of are given a family's GoFundMe account that has been verified and everything. And
So you know that your money's going somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. You know that it's going to a legitimate
that's
place.
because I see this a lot on TikTok where they're like, they try to get their thing to like 1 minute and then they're like, this is family so-and-so. And I'm like, I just don't know if this is real.
Yeah. So you can feel secure that those are real if it's through Project Olive Branch or it's being promoted by Erin Hadimer, or her project is called, I think it's Pass the Hat. And she has been working super hard to get other big TikTokers to use their platforms to advocate for these families and to promote these GoFundMes to help these families get out of Palestine. And so it's like so wonderful that she's doing this and using her platform. And there are, of course, other incredible people on TikTok. There are incredible Palestinians, like so many people talking about this project. And I just think like it's such a worthy cause. And I think it's incredible to see them using their platforms. I need to look up the family real quick that I was donating to.
Oh, yeah.
So the family that I have been donating to is Asil Ahmad. I will put their handle in the show notes.
Yeah.
But they have been verified as a family who needs help evacuating. And so I've been trying to donate whenever I have like a little extra money. I've been trying to support them. And so if you want to go check them out, you know, a few dollars, whatever you have is super helpful. These people like really, really need our help. And, you know, I just wanted to also be able to participate in using our tiny little baby platform in any way we can, you know? So even if two people want to go check them out and donate a couple bucks, check them out. It's better than nothing. Yeah. So that's another big thing that I've been watching on TikTok is Erin Hadimer and Project Olive Branch.
Nice.
You want to end it there? Or you got one more good...
No, I'll end it there.
Okay.
All right. This has been Weird Algorithms on Alternative Segment.
Whoa, alternative. All right, to wrap things down. Whoa, what's that I hear?
Choo choo.
I think it's fast approaching. Do you guys hear that? Something in the distance. Is that? Could it be a fatigued horse train?
Choo choo.
Slowly but surely coming around the bend. And she's headed towards the station. She's choo-chooing up a storm. Get off the tracks. Look out. She can't stop. She's out of control. She needs our help. And she's going to make a quick little stop at the pizza shop before she ends at the station. Because it's time for Pizza Secrets. We got there.
Someone just asked us on Facebook about what horse train meet cute. Is it a horse and a train falling in love, or is it a horse train hybrid?
Falling in love with another horse train hybrid?
Well, I was like, it could be, you know, it originally started as a horse falling in love with a train.
Yeah.
But maybe part 2 could be their love child.
Yeah.
The horse train hybrid.
Oh.
You know?
Sequel.
And
I think that's the magic of the horse train, is that it can be told in so many different ways. And isn't that beautiful?
What does horse train meet cute mean to you, listeners?
Yeah.
What would you tell us?
I don't even remember how that came to be.
I don't know. You're the one re-listening to all the episodes.
I know. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm only on episode 18.
Oh.
But one day I'll hear it. I'll be like, oh, that's what that is. I don't even remember what our jokes are. We just run with them.
It's a running joke that nobody wants, but everybody gets.
Yeah, now it's funny because we just say it all the time.
Yep.
All right. On this week's Pizza Secret, since we are so out of time, want me to just read this one anonymous pizza secret?
Yes.
And then we'll save yours for next time?
Yep. But can we do the pizza secret song?
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Oh, you're 2 for 2 today.
What is going on with me?
I know.
I'm a sleepy guy. My brain's pretty sleepy.
It's because of this fucking static.
I know. It really zapped my will to live.
Yeah, plus, it really did.
Bonked my elbow last night in pickleball. I bonked my head a little bit. I'm all out of sorts.
Concussion, probably.
Yeah, it's probably the concussion.
Your memory's effed.
When I think about it.
You're going to have that, what footballers get, the CTE.
CTE, yeah.
I'll have to tell Ian.
Except from pickleball.
Run away now.
The brain of an 80-year-old. All right, let's do that freaking pizza secret song.
Hey.
I'm just kidding.
This is my favorite song.
Yeah.
Pizza secrets. Tell me your secrets. Pizza secrets. Oh, you went high.
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
No.
My vocal cords are still not working.
No,
They're
no,
not
no.
coming together properly.
You know, I liked it.
I've been really laying off smoking weed, and it hasn't helped at all. I was like, oh, maybe it's like smoke that's doing it.
It could be.
But it's been a while, and it's still not helping.
Actually, there's more and more data coming out about everyday marijuana smokers.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm taking a break.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do an info dump on it, but I don't want to kill anybody's buzz.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the only thing that's keeping you here on planet Earth, and so that's okay.
Yep.
Better to be alive.
Yeah. I guess.
But it's good to know. It's good to know the medical side effects. Sometimes I need to be scared
medical
straight.
side isn't looking great. Data's still coming out, but it's not looking good.
All right. Well, maybe we'll talk about it in a future episode, and I'll cry a bunch.
Okay.
Let's switch to edibles.
Yeah, you should. You should.
I know. I just like I like the habit of doing something, you know?
Didn't you tell me that there's a new edible coming out that's like short-acting edible, so it gives you...
I didn't tell you
Someone
that.
told me that. Maybe it's the anesthesiologist, because they notice this the most. Everyday marijuana smokers have a really hard time coming out of anesthesia, and they cough and they hack, and it's really rough. I hate watching them.
I drink my mullion to clear up my lungs.
Yeah, I think it's you know, I'm not quite sure what it is, but smoking is smoking. You're still smoking things, and all those the smoke and the hot vapor is going into your lungs and damaging your bronchies.
Smoking. All right, we gotta get into this pizza secret.
Yes, let's
We're
do
out of
a
time.
pizza secret.
What are we doing?
Out of time. We're talking about
Tell
smoking.
us your secrets.
We've got an anonymous pizza secret today, right?
Extra secret
pizza secret among friends, except we're going to share.
Yes,
but we're allowed to share.
Yes, they said you can share this, but make it anonymous.
You got it.
All right.
I don't even know who it is. No, I know.
You'll never know.
I'll know.
So this was emailed into us. All right. Like we said, this says you can share this as a pizza secret, but it has to remain anonymous. So one night we headed out to work, which was about 35 minutes away. But on this particular night, it was closer to an hour because it was snowing. When we got to work, we found out I had forgotten the keys to get into this business we were cleaning back at home. Ugh, hate that. So my boyfriend called his newly licensed son to bring us the keys, which also happened to be in my purse, which I had also forgotten.
Oh, no.
I have purse. So his son grabbed my purse, hopped into his car, and headed out to meet us. On the way, his car slid off the road, sideswiped a telephone pole.
Oh, this is the worst night ever.
Cracking it and totaling his car.
No.
Sucks. That sucks. His son was uninjured. So yay, we're not laughing at some tragic death.
Great.
So his son was uninjured. It was one of those really slow car accidents.
Mm-hmm.
The son calls his dad. Dad is freaking out. So we head back home so dad can care for his also freaked out son.
Yeah.
By the time we get home, the son's mom had picked him up and we all met them at our house.
Okay.
The son hands me my purse and I apologize profusely. I take my purse and offer to put the work van away.
Okay.
It was then that I realized that the keys weren't in my purse. They had fallen behind some stuff on the dash of the van.
No!
We had them with us all along.
No!
Oh man, that sucks.
Oh no, I would have never told anybody.
Right?
This
it makes sense
I get why it's anonymous. Yeah. That is. I'm glad no one was hurt.
Yes, that's something you keep inside your heart forever.
Thank you for sharing. I feel so honored that this person shared this with us.
Yes,
I would never tell that family.
No, that would go
ever.
to my grave.
Yep.
God, imagine if the son had actually gotten like seriously injured and this whole time it was for nothing.
I'm glad he wasn't.
Yeah.
So now, now we can just kind of laugh at like,
but it still sucks.
Oh my God.
Thank you for sharing that pizza secret, anonymous listener.
Yes, thank you.
That is the perfect pizza secret.
That's such a great pizza secret.
Yes.
Thank
Ultimately,
you.
no one was hurt.
Yeah.
It was, it was an ADHD accident. Whoopsies, you're so quirky.
Little whoopsie-doodles.
Whoopsie-doodles. And
leading to a bigger whoopsie-doodles.
Yeah, maybe keep that one a secret forever.
Forever. I'm glad you shared it.
His son doesn't need to know.
No one needs to know.
His dad doesn't need to know. His mom definitely
Hopefully they don't
know.
listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
They probably don't.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Most people don't.
Yeah.
Pizza secrets! All right. And that has been our super long episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for sticking it out with us through what may be a bit of a staticky episode, but maybe not. Maybe you'll have no idea. And you'll be like, what the fuck are they talking about? If you
Hopefully it sounds great. And that's the truth. And Christopher, I know he works hard.
Yes.
And we appreciate you.
The devil works harder. So hopefully he can figure it out.
Harder.
Yeah, it does. God.
Yeah.
If you want more of this, and why wouldn't you? You can follow us on Instagram at Weirds of a Feather. You can join our Facebook group. You can send us an email. If you have a good pizza secret, whether you want it to be anonymous or you want to shout it loud and proud from the rooftops, you can email us at weirdsofafeather@gmail.com. That pizza secret is a perfect example of what you could be writing into us. And we love hearing all your write-ins. So please reach out to us. We love hearing from you guys.
Yeah. And we also have a special announcement.
Oh, yeah.
We have a website now.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! It's finally happening.
Right on time.
Yep. As predicted.
Not a second too soon.
Yeah, we're working on a lot of things technologically.
Yes.
Including the static. But one of the things has been a website where you can go, it has links to like our Instagram, the Facebook page, I think.
Maybe.
And to the Podbean link. And to a place where you can buy Wolf merch.
Yeah, we're starting to add
we're
Wolf
starting
merch.
We're starting our merch.
Susan, we're finally doing
I know,
it.
It's happening. We don't have sweatshirts yet, Susan. We have like stickers and a tote.
We're working on it. Don't rush us.
We're
only a year late.
Yeah, Christopher's working hard, and we're getting some merch going.
Yep.
But it's there.
Yeah.
It's happening.
In all its glory.
In all its glory.
So go check it out.
You can check it out. All proceeds go right back into the podcast because we don't make money on this.
No.
We do this for funsies.
We do. And we're having a blast.
We're having a blast. And it all goes to the very low wage that we pay Christopher.
Yes.
And among other things.
Yep.
But yeah, you can also...
and that's what? weirdsofafeather.com? Is that it?
We should probably know this.
Yeah.
I think it's just weirdsofafeather.com.
Hopefully.
You should look that up.
Yeah.
We should look that up.
Well, while Kristen's looking that up, the official handle of that family that I have been working with on TikTok is at Asil Abusha Aban. And like I said, I will put that in the show notes, but they really need our help, and it would be super cool if you guys wanted to check them out and donate them. Maybe next time I'll read their whole story. I should have planned ahead. But yeah, there are 9 family members that are trying to get out of Palestine, and it would be super cool if you wanted to check them out.
Yeah. I found that I don't want to be rude and switch gears from a very important
I switched gears. No,
important cause, but it is weirdsofafeather.com. Good thing we had to look that up.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Good thing that wasn't taken.
You can find our bright, shiny faces, and it has links to all of our links. And you'll even see a link to Patreon, which we haven't officially started, but it will happen. It's going to happen.
It's there in theory.
Yep. So we'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's starting. So yeah, there's a couple of merch things on there. There's some stickers. There's a tote bag that says Nuck Sucker on it.
Yeah, don't you want one of those?
You're right. A joke no one will get. There's some I'm So Quirky water bottles, and among other things. So let us know what you think. And if you're like, I can't believe you didn't have this so-and-so on your merch site, let me know.
Yeah, let us know what you want.
Yeah. And yeah, we're just getting started here, but I have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of ideas, and Christopher has a lot of ideas. So we're getting there, and let us know what you think. Stop by the website for a visit.
Yeah, stop on by. Come see us. All right. Yeah, that's it. We got to get out of here.